Hello and welcome to Pelicans Report, a show devoted to news about the New Orleans Pelicans and the NBA. I'm Jimmy Smith, Pelicans columnist for the Times-Picayune and NOLA.com. And I'm joined in the studio today by Pelicans beat writer Nakia Hogan. And Nakia, the Pelicans needed a win against the hapless Lakers on Wednesday night, and they got it despite a huge night from Kobe Bryant, who came into the game leading the NBA in scoring.
Yeah, it was good to see the Pelicans come out and play the way they did. You know, they seemed to get it all together after struggling to guard Kobe early on, and we saw as the game wore on, we saw the elite talents of Tyreke Evans and especially Anthony Davis and Jrue Holiday.
And Eric Gordon and Jrue Holiday were shadowing Kobe Bryant. As you pointed out, the first quarter was a little rough. He had a 14-point quarter, but after that, he scored 14 for the rest of the game.
Yeah, after that first quarter, I think a lot of people in the stands, they were already kind of cheering for Kobe. They're Kobe fans, still in the Smoothie King Center. But after that first quarter, I think, I sat back and I said, okay, this could be a Kobe night. This is what they didn't need to happen. But like you said, they turned the corner. I think Jrue Holiday and Eric Gordon, they turned it on and played much better defense as the game wore on.
Right, and we see Anthony Davis blocking 6 shots, blocking from behind, getting this alley-oop here. Tyreke Evans seems to be finding Anthony in good spots on the floor every night, and they've developed a nice chemistry together.
Yeah, that chemistry is really working right now. And I tell you, when you watch these guys, it seems like they've been playing together for a while. It seems like this could be one of those big man guard combinations that throw tons of lobs and get the ball to each other in the perfect space.
Now, coming up, the Minnesota Timberwolves, they lost Wednesday night in Mexico City. Excuse me. It's going to be a rough trip for them, and they're without their point guard Ricky Rubio for an extended period of time.
Yeah, this is another winnable game for the Pelicans. At the beginning of the week, I said this was 2 games that they had to have. Coming off the loss to the Cavs, I said this is a game, this is the Laker game and this Timberwolves game before they go on that West Coast road trip that they had to have it. I think they're halfway there, and then with the injuries with Minnesota and let's face it, they're not having a great season. I think this is a game that the Pelicans should win pretty handily.
You pointed out a tough West Coast road trip, opens with back-to-backs. That's not an easy task.
No, then, especially when you go into Portland, who's playing well right now. Then next day you go to Sacramento, another team that's surprisingly playing well. So I think that's going to be a tough road trip, and we'll know a lot more about this team once they come back home after this West Coast road trip.
And that'll be an interesting matchup for Anthony Davis going against Robin Lopez one night, DeMarcus Cousins the next.
And LaMarcus Aldridge as well. So that it'll be very interesting.
Well, Nakia, thanks for joining us today, and that wraps up today's show. Tune in on Tuesday when we look back at the game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm Jimmy Smith. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.